Welcome back to UX Insight with AI. Today's episode dives into something you've probably experienced yourself, or maybe even struggled with.
Yeah. Have you ever tried using voice commands while driving and ended up yelling at your car?
Or worse, missing your exit because you were too busy saying, "Play playlist." No, not that one. The other one. No. Ugh.
Exactly. We're told voice interfaces are the safe alternative to buttons and screens, especially in driving. But is that actually true?
Today, we're unpacking the real limits of voice interfaces, from how our brains process audio versus visuals to social context, and even how our habits shape UX expectations.
So first things first, the way we process visual versus auditory input is fundamentally different, and that matters a lot, especially in cars.
Right, vision is parallel. We can take in multiple things at once, read icons, scan menus, track the road, all simultaneously.
But audio is sequential. You hear things one at a time. If you miss a part, you can't just glance back. You have to wait for the system to say it again.
That's such a key point. Even something simple like choosing a playlist, visually, you can scan and tap in 2 seconds, but via voice, it becomes play, chill vibes. No, not that one, the version with the blue cover.
And while your brain is doing that verbal gymnastics, you're also navigating traffic, watching pedestrians, checking mirrors. It's a cognitive load.
So, ironically, even though voice seems hands-free, it can actually demand more from our attention.
And speaking of attention, there's another layer here. What happens when we remove all the physical cues we're used to?
You're talking about what I call muscle memory UX.
Exactly. When we drive older cars, we often don't think about volume, AC, headlights. Our fingers know where to go.
It's like the button becomes an extension of your body. You don't read, you don't think, you just do.
But now, with screens replacing physical buttons and voice taking over screens, we're stripping away all the shortcuts our brain evolved to rely on.
With voice, you always have to think first, then speak. You have to formulate a sentence, even for a small task. That's higher level cognition.
Right. You can't just feel for the volume knob anymore. You have to say, lower volume by 2, and then wait to see if the system heard you correctly.
And if it didn't, you repeat. Louder, more frustrated, not exactly seamless.
This isn't just annoying, it's cognitively demanding, especially in a situation where your main job is, well, not dying.
But even if voice commands were instant and perfect, there's still one more thing that makes them tricky in real life.
Yeah, the social awkwardness.
Imagine you're driving with a coworker. Would you feel totally comfortable saying, "Hey, assistant, play that sad breakup playlist I cried to last night"?
Probably not.
Voice interaction doesn't happen in a vacuum. We're heard, not just by machines, but by people.
And that creates friction. Some people don't like talking to a machine in front of others. It feels awkward, exposed, or even rude.
There's also the issue of overlapping conversations. What if your passenger is talking and you want to give a voice command? Who wins, the human or the AI?
That's where speaker recognition tech should help, but it's still not perfect. AI still struggles with identifying voices in noisy or multi-person environments.
And in a moving car with road noise, kids yelling, and the radio on? Good luck.
So let's circle back. Voice interfaces promise safety by keeping our hands and eyes on the road. But if they demand more mental effort or create social discomfort, are they really safer?
I think the answer is, it depends. On context, on design, and on how much the system supports us versus distracts us.
Voice isn't a silver bullet. It needs thoughtful UX, multimodal support, and honestly, more empathy for how humans actually behave.
So, what do you think? Do you feel safer using voice while driving, or more distracted? Have you had a good or bad experience with in-car voice controls?
Let us know in the comments or tag us on socials. We'd love to hear your stories.
And in our next episode, we'll be talking about smart glasses and the real future of multimodal UX.
See you then, and drive safe.